Have you ever wondered whether your thoughts can actually shape your reality? Whether there's a science behind manifestation, or if it's just a spiritual fantasy? The idea that thoughts influence reality has existed in ancient spiritual traditions for thousands of years. But in recent decades, science has started catching up. And what we're discovering is both fascinating and deeply empowering. Let's start with the brain. In the world of neuroscience, one of the most groundbreaking discoveries of the last century is neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself based on thought patterns, emotions, and experiences. This means that the more you repeat a thought or belief, the more real it becomes, neurologically. When you visualize something vividly and with emotion, your brain begins to treat that imagined experience almost like a real memory. The same neural circuits are activated, especially in areas like the prefrontal cortex, responsible for planning and decision-making, and the limbic system, which governs emotional intensity. One well-known example is the work of Dr. Joe Dispenza, who combines neuroscience, quantum physics, and meditation. In his research, participants practicing focused intention and elevated emotions have shown measurable changes in brainwave activity, heart coherence, immune function, and even gene expression. In fact, studies using functional MRI scans have revealed that people who regularly practice mental rehearsal, imagining a future outcome as if it's already happened, start to activate neural pathways as if they're living that experience now. But how does this tie into manifestation? When you hold a clear intention and combine it with strong emotion, you begin to reprogram your subconscious mind, which governs up to 95% of your behaviors, decisions, and habits. You're no longer just reacting to life, you're creating it from within. And then there's the Reticular Activating System, or RAS, a part of your brainstem that acts like a filter for information. It decides what's relevant to you and what isn't. When you consciously focus on a goal or outcome, your RAS begins to bring opportunities, ideas, and connections into your awareness that were previously hidden in plain sight. So no, it's not just positive thinking. It's selective perception, guided by intention. Now, let's zoom out to the quantum level. In quantum physics, everything is made of energy. Particles don't even exist in one fixed location until they're observed, a phenomenon known as the observer effect. This has led some researchers and philosophers to ask, could consciousness be playing a role in shaping reality? While this is still a controversial area of science, there are compelling ideas that suggest our consciousness and the external world are more deeply connected than we've been taught. Dr. Amit Goswami, a quantum physicist, describes consciousness as the ground of all being. He argues that consciousness doesn't arise from matter, matter arises from consciousness. In this view, manifestation isn't about forcing the universe to give you what you want. It's about becoming energetically aligned with the version of reality you want to experience. From a spiritual lens, this is often called the law of vibration. It says that everything, including thoughts, emotions, and desires, carries a vibrational frequency. When your inner state matches the frequency of what you desire, you become a magnet for that reality. The emotional state you hold, whether it's joy, gratitude, fear, or lack, becomes the signal you're broadcasting, and the universe, or perhaps your own subconscious mind, responds accordingly. Think of it this way: you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. So, how do you manifest more consciously? 1. Get clear on what you truly desire, not from ego, but from alignment. 2. Visualize it vividly, not as something you wish to happen, but as something that's already real. 3. Feel the emotion of it now, because feeling is the language of the subconscious mind. 4. Take inspired action. Manifestation isn't about sitting still. It's about listening and responding to the signals you've activated. 5. Let go of resistance and attachment. Trust the process and stay open to how the outcome unfolds. As Joe Dispenza often says, to change is to think greater than your environment, greater than your circumstances, greater than your past. Manifestation isn't just a spiritual belief. It's a mind-body energy system that aligns your inner state with outer outcomes. And while we still have so much to learn, both neuroscience and quantum theory are hinting at something powerful, that we are not just observers of reality. We may very well be co-creators of it. Right now, in this moment, you have a choice: to stay in the story of what has been, or to step into the energy of what can be. Because your future isn't waiting for you out there. It's waiting for you in here, in your mind, your heart, your frequency. And once you understand this, you'll never look at your thoughts the same way again. You are more powerful than you've been told, more creative than you've been allowed to believe, and the only permission you need is your own.